Hey everybody, this is Scotty from Scotty's Moto Garage. I just wanted to do a quick testimonial about my experience with Motovlog Mastery. Chase from Chaseontwowheels has put this together as a way to help people learn to motovlog. He's already been through this in the last 15 years or so, and so he's already made a lot of the mistakes, and so this is his chance to pass that on to us. For me, I've been doing YouTube and making videos for almost a year now. And I really wish this had been around when I very first started out. As I've gone through, there's a lot of things that I've learned along the way, the hard way, with a lot of frustration that he covers in the course. And if I would have got this when I first started, it would have saved me a ton of headaches. One of my favorite things about this whole program is the community. Along with the courses that you can take, there's a community that called the Motovlog Mastery community. That community can be accessed through either using a desktop, or there's also a mobile app. It's done through a program called School. I think it's SKOL or SKOOL. But I can't remember which one it is. It's really good because as you're doing this, there's not very many places. Everybody has channels where they want to sell you their methodology of how they do things. And it's really hard as a new content creator to figure out what you need to listen to, what you need to pay attention to. Chase has taken this and condensed it very concisely down into the things that you actually need to know. Whether you're wanting to go full bore and be a full-time content creator, this mostly revolves around moto vlogging, so it's centered around motorcycles, which is perfect because that's what I do. But I really love the course. There's been quite a few things that I've learned. I'm still working on my audio for when I'm actually on the bike. That's, as far as motovlogs, that's probably one of the hardest things. And from people I've talked to in the community, that's probably one of the hardest things that most of us deal with. You're trying to get content inside a helmet. You're trying to get content where you can still hear the bike. You're trying to get good quality of your voice, but not be overproduced to the point where it doesn't sound. You want to give those people that firsthand experience of what it's like riding the bike. But then there's also times when you want them just to hear what you're saying and then be able to adjust, other things. And that's all covered in the course. Probably one of my biggest takeaways for the course so far is I didn't plan anything before. I would just hook my cameras up, ride my bike, and I would just go. And I would just talk about random stuff, talk about stuff that pops up in my head. And I still do that sometimes, just because some of those can be some very good times when you'll grab some stuff that you would have never thought about. Because I pretty much am always recording while I'm riding, whether I'm just riding to work or just going out to do a mental health ride, and I just want to film it. But whether it's for B-roll or just wanting to vent to myself as much as anybody else, some of that stuff actually comes in handy and has made some good content in the past. But Chase really shows you how to take it from coming up with an idea. He provides you with the templates. You sit there and you figure it all out ahead of time, what you're going to do, and then you just start going through the process. And he's got this process worked out from 15 years of experience doing it. I've noticed a huge amount of difference. My first video that I used this process, I'm still in the process of, because I have a lot of old footage that I'm trying to do the best I can with, and updating some of the ways I do things based on what I've learned in the course. But the first video that I put out, solely done following the actual process, I literally got 5 times as many views as I did on any of my other stuff that I had put out there. It works. I'm going to try not to be too long-winded on this, but like I said, why should you join it? Couple of things. One, if you're actually planning on doing this and starting to develop content, it just takes all the guesswork. It takes a lot of the frustration out of it. The community is one of my favorite parts about this because it gives you a chance to brainstorm with people that are doing the same things, and they're kind of in the same process that you're going through. Some of them are further ahead than you. Some of them are just starting out and don't know anything. So you can all help each other out, and it just makes you feel like you're not doing it all on your own, which is huge. Because sometimes when you do this kind of stuff, you're doing it by yourself. You're you're recording by yourself, you're editing by yourself, you're publishing it by yourself. It can feel like you're kind of doing everything on your own and you're on this little island. So then when you meet a bunch of people that are doing the same thing you are, you know, so you're getting feedback and you're like, all right, yeah, so it's not just me. I'm not the only one going through this. So it makes a huge difference. The other thing is like, even if you're not planning on really doing it as a full-time content creator, one of the cool things that I thought about, well, actually, I didn't think about it. My wife talked to me about it one day, and I hadn't even thought about it because she was like, worst case scenario, this channel doesn't go anywhere as far as becoming a full-time, you know, like a full-time job, or, you know, doing it after I retire and it, you know, becomes something I just do, you know, on the side as a side hustle or a retirement hobby or whatever. She was like, you're making a living recording and you're filing all these files basically of you riding your bikes and talking about the things that you enjoy. She's like, that's something that like us in my generation, I would have loved to be able to go and like watch my grandfather or my father's videos of them doing their things that they loved the most and going through this whole process. So I guess that's why I'd say you should join, whether you want to do it full time and you know, do it as a job, or if you're looking at doing this as more of a hobby thing on the side, you're not going to be disappointed. It's gonna help you out so much. Like I said, the community's there, everybody's awesome, everybody's helping each other out, commenting, and the more we can get in there, the more people we can get in there, the more we can build that community up. I think it's just going to be getting better and better. I see this going and building into a almost kind of like a cohort, because I know, like, you know, when you're in college, you have cohorts for different things. You know, I can see us doing this and it growing, and you know, us ended up doing, you know, get-togethers, whether it's East Coast get-togethers, West Coast get-togethers, Midwest get-togethers for the Motovlogging Mastery community, and like really building this thing up to where, you know, we can all help each other out, and it can be something that can be a great benefit to all of us. So anyway, go check it out. I know Chase put a video on his channel of all the explaining this, but I just wanted to give my opinion on it. As somebody, I was one of the first few people that joined up for it. I've been waiting for him to put this out for like a year now, because I found out about he was working on it about the time that I started doing this. So, and like I said, I wish it would have been around when I first started. But anyway, definitely check it out. Once again, Scotty from Scotty's Moto Garage, and hopefully I'll see you in the community and maybe see you out there on the road. All right, take it easy. Peace.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and keeps you updated on all our latest content.